Testing, testing, testing. Good morning.
Morning. As is appropriate, I'm cosplaying as someone who should be here, and I've got my cat. I think we're all set.
Absolutely. The boys are all rustled and downstairs and have been out so that they will shut up. And
Marielle is thundering on the ground above me, so that'll probably be audible.
did you find someone to come hang out with Dee?
So yeah, that'll be interesting, unfortunately.
Well, Jordan's flight got delayed, so again, if you need to like hop off at the end and childcare, I can handle after party for a while. So
Yeah, that's sort of the plan. I'm gonna have to basically when everything's done. I mean, I'm adminning the last session, so but yeah, as soon as that's done, go give Marielle dinner, maybe run her around the backyard a little bit.
For sure. I'll be here. I don't have to leave. Like, he's not going to be in until 5. So I'll have at least an hour and a half where I can do that and make sure someone's here.
Yeah.
And we have other admins that I'm sure will hang around.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like last year and the year before, basically, when I rocked in late to the after party, it was still like going strong. They need me at all.
Exactly. All right, tease in. Just in time.
Let me get the last piece of my cosplay attire.
I'm going to.
Good. My camera's not working.
Oh no.
A good start to the morning, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Well, if I plugged it in, that would help.
Duncan.
I got the message as soon as I logged in here. It's like, your speakers aren't working. Yes, they are.
All right, Duncan. Duncan, I need the chair.
Well, I haven't ironed my shirt, but
There we go.
The cosplay comes together.
Yes.
Mine is only half cosplay because I'm definitely wearing shorts with this.
Yes. Well, so am I.
yes. What goes on below the camera? We've done very well, guys.
Thank you. Yes, you've done great. This has been. This really came together in the last 2 months.
Mostly when Bree joined.
Yeah, I will say that.
Well, you guys still did all of the hard work, really.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I needed moral support.
Yeah.
Just moved my nicotine gum.
Yeah. We got. It is extreme. I'm really enjoying the lobby chat feature of Zoom.
Yes.
Just being able to see everyone like hanging out.
Yeah, exactly. The only downside is we can't see how many people are actually there. We can see like based on chat, but I'd love to know how many people are sitting there right now.
Yeah.
Feedback for Zoom later.
Yeah.
I will know in a moment to see who comes in. So it's 6:45. We should roll it on.
Oh, yep. There it
Who's
is.
the admin?
Me. Whichever one of you wants to be the admin, I guess.
Oh, it might be me. I was the first one here.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want me to hit start?
Yeah. Go. 1 sec.
Oh. Okay.
We started.
Nope. I got the button ready.
Okay. Let me pull up my notes.
Yeah.
Which window did it? This is the problem with my setup now. I have too many windows. Okay. Opening remarks. All right.
Okay, ready?
I'm good.
Right, hit start.
Okay. Let everybody make their way in. Is there a way to focus on my screen?
I think.
There you go.
There we go. Cool.
Oh, well done.
Nice.
How do we do that?
Yeah. How did we do that?
We have 23 people with us already. Good morning.
Wow. Great. Hello, everybody.
Stop fiddling with the controls.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to give everybody a minute or two. Thank you.
Anarchist colors.
This is great. Everyone's coming in. Awesome.
Yep.
All right, I'll give it another minute and then I'll get started because I have 6 minutes of speech for a 15-minute slot. So, but I figured the main point of this was to get everybody together. So
This is the official test run. Can you hear us? Can you see us?
is everything working? All right. All right. I think that's good. So I'll get us started then. My glorious beard is indeed visible. All right. So I will get this speech going. Hello, everybody, and thank you all so much for being here at the kickoff to Intelligent Speech 2022. This moment of opening a conference is always a strange mix of anticipation, excitement, stress, and triumph. After months of work, we made it. Things are presumably working properly, and everyone presumably knows their jobs. After months of work by myself and Bree and Luke, and the admins and the speakers, all we can do now is ride the wave as the day unfolds, hang on, and react to events good and bad. But in this moment, we don't know how any of that will play out. But how could it be otherwise? As Princess Irulan said in the unedited David Lynch version of Dune, a beginning is a very delicate time. As she said in the book, a beginning is the time for taking the most delicate care that the balances are correct. This, every sister of the Bene Gesserit knows. I think the best way to understand this sentiment comes to me from another sci-fi classic, Farscape. In one scene, in an episode whose number escapes me, a mystical sentient plant priestess, Zan, was comparing worldviews with Chiana, an exile from a brutal authoritarian regime. In this scene, Chiana says that her people had always been taught to fear doors and crossroads. Zan, on the contrary, said that places like beaches, river crossings, crossroads, and doors are places of enormous possibility. The very uncertainty of such places gives them sacred power. This is, of course, that is not original to Farscape. The idea of liminal spaces was first articulated by folklorist Arnold von Knepp in the early 20th century, and from there it moved into literary criticism circles, and thus into the vast rolling plains of postmodernism. It was there, undoubtedly, that the writers of Farscape came across the idea, probably in college or grad school. And eventually they put it into the mouth of a very tall, very blue lady who was also a plant. I would love to say that it was our background in literary theory and folklorism that gave us the idea for crossings as this year's topic, but the truth is much more prosy. Luke Baxter, my comrade in arms, was attempting to court a certain famous podcaster with the idea of crossing continents as a theme. Said individual ended up being far too busy, which is fair enough. But by the time that was clear, I had managed to secure more keynote speakers. And so one day at a meeting, I said, why don't we just shorten it to crossings? Very arty. And so it was that Mike Duncan helped us choose this year's theme without once answering an email. And that's fine. But the choice was appropriate. What is a crossing but a kind of change in process? And while change is constant, this year we have seen many changes for this conference. Our friend, colleague, and mentor Royfield has taken a step back from leadership, and we have brought in Bree as our other musketeer. I have to say that there is no way that this conference would have come together without Bree's help. Luke, of course, was stalwart as ever, and really, though I'm the one giving the speech, this conference is a partnership between the three of us. It would not have happened without any one of us. And it happens despite serious injuries, illness, the loss of loved ones, and all the joys and tragedies that can happen in a year. So thank you both for helping to keep this weird online conference thing alive for one more trip around the sun. I also, as always, need to thank the admins. Some of you are new, some of you have been doing this since we first went online. You are the skeleton on which this conference is built. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank my college buddy Fardeen Chowdhury of Cool Hat Web Design. One of the biggest stumbling blocks for us has been making the website into a usable thing, a platform for organizing vital information about this event, while also letting us do things like sell tickets, without which obviously none of this would work. After months of chasing our tails, Fardeen came in and for a very reasonable rate, whipped the whole thing into shape in 2 weeks flat, no muss, no fuss, and has provided free tech support ever since, which is amazing. I really recommend his services. If the website looks a little plain right now, that's because we had Fardeen working on the engine of a car while it was driving down the highway. We're definitely going to bring it into the garage this summer for a full engine overhaul. But all that is to say, if you need some webs designed, check out Cool Hat Web Design. Lastly, of course, I must thank our speakers. If it was just the three of us and the admins, it would not be a very exciting event. You guys are honestly the inspiration that keeps us excited to do this, and I'm already thinking about more exciting people to highlight next year, even as I am so excited to see what you all have to say today. Our keynotes, Jamie, Z, Jen, Jenny, Graham, and Ali, thank you so much. You are the anchor stores to our strip mall. But equally, thank you to all our other speakers, whether you are talking about gumbo, decision-making in the interwar period, or the war in Ukraine. There's a smorgasbord of content here, and I am giddy as a kid halfway through their bag of Halloween candy with anticipation. And on that note, let's start winding down the anticipation. Bree, Luke, do you have anything to add before I wind this up and we head off to our first keynote?
Luke, you go first.
I haven't got anything particularly profound to say, just welcome aboard everyone, and I hope you enjoy the day.
Okay, I just want to say thank you so much, especially to Ben, who's really been sort of our anchor point, our tech person, our cat herd, for lack of a better term. He's the reason that you're all here. He's the reason we're all here. This was the brainchild as it happened. And I also want to thank Luke for the exact same reason. I mean, I have come on as the Musketeer this year, but these two are absolutely the reason we're here. And I also want to just acknowledge that the absolute best thing about being a podcaster or a content creator is the ability to connect with our audience. And this is the perfect space to do it. I look forward to nothing more all year than having Q&As and chats and after parties and listening to the presenters of my fellows and friends and colleagues. And I look forward to everything you have to say today. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely. All right, with that, the first keynote is Rex Factor. That will be kicking off in, let's see, -3, 7 minutes. So I will see you all there. I will be adminning that one. And until then, go back to the lobby and talk amongst yourselves, I guess.
So while Ben's adminning that, if you have any questions, hit up Luke or I.
Right. Yes,
Indeed.
I'm going to be the main. I'm going to be floating for most of today, but I will be doing the keynotes. If you have a question and I'm indisposed, hit up Bree or Luke or any of the admins. So thank you all.